Hello loves, Dark Side back again with part 3 of the Dark Side Goes to Jail series. Hopefully you guys like this. This is going to be a crazy one because this is really intense for me to even talk about it. So now I find out, we're going to pick up where I left off. We find out that I'm not going to be going home. My parents are not willing to bond me out even though the judge lowered my bond. So now, later on that afternoon, around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, female correction officer comes into that holding cell and asks, everybody who's got a bond, are you going to be bonding out? Are you going to be staying? Yes, I have a bond, but I'm not bonding out. Okay, well, I need you to stand on the wall over here. You're going to get ready to go get dressed in. That means you're going to be going back to inmate population, where everyone is housed. Okay, so now, first off, once they find out you're going to be staying and you're not bonding out, they automatically give you a band. The way that the band, for your arm, the way that the band system works is you either get a green band if you're in there for something silly like child support. You didn't actually commit a crime. You know what I mean? You're just being detained because until you get your child support figured out. Or maybe if you were trespassing in a park or something like that after hours, something silly like that. A very low misdemeanor, like barely even a misdemeanor, like something that's a civil matter or something. Okay, nothing like a bad criminal, would do. So, and then there's the next level up, which was me. What I had a yellow band on. That's if you've actually committed a felony or like a charge, like say you robbed a store, like you did shoplifting in a store or something like that. Then you'll get a yellow band. So you're not a violent offender. You just you did commit a crime, but you're not convicted yet. Okay. So now the next step up is a red band, and those people are in there usually for like murder, rape, arson, really violent crimes, or maybe if they tried to kill someone, conspiracy to commit murder. That's a really big one too. Home invasion, you can get a red band for. Things like that. Those are violent charges, okay? So now I get a yellow band, and basically what the band looks like, it has a barcode, it has your picture, one of your pictures of the pictures that they took down in intake. It has a barcode with a number on it. In case they have to give you medicines, they just scan your barcode on your armband and things like that. And it has your your JC number, which is like your jail code number or whatever on there. I think that's what they call it, JC number. And and then from there, now they get you ready to go get dressed in, and they tell you line up on the wall. And you have to go 2 people at a time, and what they do is they give you a pair of shower slides or like flip flops, basically really cheap, crappy pair of flip flops. And they give you your jail uniform, and then they give you a towel, and you have to go into the dressing room area and take off your civilian clothes, your regular street clothes, put them in a bag, and they take them and they put them in the property room, jail property room, and they hold them until, either you leave, or if you go to prison, they go with you, whatever. Sometimes things magically disappear because there are inmates that work in the jail property room that collect all that stuff. They see something nice, they're going to take it. Trust me, I had a friend that used to do it. And now they give you, like, my color in my jail was tan, so they give you a tan pair of pants with elastic in them, and then they give you a shirt. They ask you what size you wear in the shirt, and they give you the shirt. And then you have to take a shower. Everybody has to get into the shower, no matter who you are, because there might be homeless people that haven't showered in weeks or months. Some people are coming off of like a week-long crack binge or a meth binge, whatever it is. They haven't showered in weeks, and they give you this little this little squirt bottle that has either the pink or yellow liquid in it. It's like really thick liquid. It smells disgusting, and that's your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash all in one. And then once you do that, once you shower up, and they could also peek in on you. They're not going to watch you shower, but they're going to peek in on you and make sure that you're showering. Okay, so now another thing here, we're getting ready to go to leave the intake. That area is called intake, where they take pictures and everything like that. Now you're going to be ready to go into your housing unit. So they line everybody up on the wall, they open the door, and you go out into this huge long hallway. All the way down on the hallway is the kitchen. All the way down on the left, you can hear the pots and pans and everything banging around down there, and the laundry room on the right-hand side. Okay, but you have to stay on the wall with your head down, single file line. And if you even move, it's called controlled movement. Okay, so if you even move or even look up or anything, they'll start coming and yelling at you and shit. They'll get in your face and ask you if you want to go to the box. And you don't want to go to the box. The box is solitary confinement, or the hole. And if you don't listen to what they tell you to do, they can put you in the box. So you want to just keep your mouth shut and keep your head down. Right, now we start walking, and now there's another hallway on the right, the huge long-ass hallway with a whole bunch of doors. First door on the left is the yard to A pod, okay? The second door on the left is the hallway that leads to the opening to the main door of A and B pod. The third door on the left is the yard to B pod, and so on and so forth. The next door is the next yard, then the main door, then another yard door. It's just the way it's set up in my county jail, my old county jail, whatever. I haven't been there in a long time, but now they've redone it. And my county jail used to hold like, I think, 800 or 900 people. Now it holds like up to 1,500 or 1,600, maybe almost 2,000, somewhere in there. I haven't been in there in a long time, so I don't know. But you could automatically hear, as soon as you come down that hallway, you automatically hear people screaming, yelling, people banging on doors. It gets your stomach going really, really bad, man. Your nerves are like shot, dude. So now he tells us, all right, you guys are all going to be in A and B pod. You two are going to go to A pod or whatever. And then he told me I'm going to be in B pod. So what they do is they tell the control room to open the door to the hallway that goes down to A and B pod. We all have to walk in there, single file line, go in. And he tells us who are going into B pod to wait. We have to sit on the wall and wait. He lets the people into A pod. Then they go in, that door closes, and now it's time to go into B pod, into my housing unit. And it's really loud. People are screaming, yelling. The officer's telling people to shut the fuck up. You hear dominoes banging on the tables. You hear cards being smacked on the tables. You hear people yelling at each other. And it's people banging on the doors. Because they lock some people down if they get in trouble. They lock you down. So yeah, the people are going crazy, man. And now I'm like, this is where I'm like, fuck, I'm no longer in control of anything. The only thing you can control in jail is the way you handle yourself and the way you carry yourself, okay? So now B door, the door for B pod opens up, and he tells us to go inside, and he's standing there escorting us in, and next thing you know, everybody's just going quiet, and everybody's looking straight at you. No matter who you are, it's 70, no, I think there's 64 people all looking straight at you. Okay, so the only people that are in the pod are one officer and 64 other people all staring at you. And you can't look straight ahead, man. And you can't, I mean, you can look straight ahead. Like I that's what I did. I looked kind of like straight ahead. I wasn't looking at everybody in the eye, because you don't want to walk in there with a chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean? Because then people are going to know that this guy's got an attitude from the jump. He's going to be an asshole, and you don't want to be like that. And you don't want to look down at the ground either, like you're scared, because then people are they're going to mark you, and they're going to pick you out, and they're going to say, this dude's easy. All right, you know what I mean? They're going to say, this guy is going to be easy, man. We could tell he's scared, you know what I mean? And I just was kind of looking ahead. I would look around at a couple different people. I wouldn't look anybody directly in the eye, but I was just kind of looking around and kind of like, you know, judging everybody. Like, you know, seeing there's some big dudes bigger than me in here. There's some smaller dudes. You know, I'm looking around to see if I know anybody. And I see a couple people that I know from the street, luckily. But, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to do anything yet. So he just tells me what cell I'm going to be staying in. He's like, you're in cell 3 upper. So that means that I'm in cell 3. I'm on the top bunk. Okay, that's fine. So you grab your bag full of all your stuff. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. When you come to jail, they give you like a welcome home kit.
If it isn't
right?
my creepy
you
silent
get
friend.
a state toothbrush, a state toothpaste.
There. You'll have a minute.
You get the little bottle of liquid that I told you about that's like your soap conditioner, all in one, right? And you get 2 envelopes with stamps on them, and you get a cup, like a insulated cup, and you can pull the middle part out of it and make it use it as another cup, and you can cook your soups and stuff in the other actual tumbler part of the cup. You can use that, and you can order other stuff on Canteen and things like that. I'm going to talk about that next time, but now I'm just going to tell you guys, like, I was a mess, man. I had to keep my composure because I'm very nervous. And, you know, so I walk into the cell, I set my stuff down, and within like a couple seconds, I had people coming and knocking on my door. People coming knocking on my door. And one of them was the guy that I shared the cell with. And he wanted to come and introduce himself. He was a pretty cool dude. But then I got other people coming, and they were trying to knock on my door and come see what's up. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys in the next episode what happens and what the people do to you when you first come in and how they greet you. And yeah, it's a little interesting. But I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to save it for part 4, because part 4 really starts getting crazy. So, all right, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this. Peace.